biggest challenges is that is our attitude towards maintenance. Usually maintenance is something other people do, but we don't do it ourselves.
Maintenance generally is something that people shy away from. People love to build something new. They feel that's more challenging, more exciting. Maintenance is viewed as a little bit second-rate. Not a scriptural thinking. We think that Jehovah created us to maintain. He put Adam in the garden to take care of it. So Jehovah created us genetically to take care of things. He takes care of everything. So we have often to overcome that mindset that many of us have inherited, probably growing up in Satan's world. Everything is throwaway, it's all disposable, and so we tend to get that kind of thinking, that kind of way of reacting. So that comes through to assembly halls, kingdom halls, that it's a challenge often to motivate the brothers to maintain.
The new arrangement will help when it comes to the attitude towards maintenance by highlighting that it is sacred service. And it's just as important as any other kind of sacred service that we might be involved in serving Jehovah.
Once we realize that maintaining our kingdom halls is an act of worship, it's part of our sacred service, it's a way that we fight against the devil, it's a way that we preserve funds and use them wisely, and it's also the way that we find in Acts 20:35, there's more happiness in giving than there is in receiving. When we give of ourselves to make sure that the kingdom hall is in the best condition it can be, we're proud of it, we worked on it, it was our hands, we love being there, we love attending there, we love going out in the ministry and inviting others to come.
Well, the LDC is trying to help with the workload by providing a nice way of scheduling the maintenance tasks that need to be done and focusing on preventative maintenance throughout the year rather than letting everything pile up all at once.
There's so much that needs to get done. But under this new program, we have a yearly schedule now that helps to get all these things done in an organized way.
Well, the schedule allows these tasks to be delegated to the different brothers and sisters that are in the congregation. And so if they can just visibly see what needs to be done and start taking it upon themselves to take care of those items, they've been assigned them, well, now you've spread that workload out instead of having it fall on just a handful of brothers in the congregation who can easily get overworked. With just a little bit of time on the weekend, you'd be surprised what can get accomplished.
Well, we have maintenance trainers that will come around, and every kingdom hall in the United States will be visited. The elders will be invited along with specialty brothers, and then those brothers will be trained on, the schedule, the job cards, what to look for, and then in turn they will train the rest of the publishers in their congregations on how they can assist with maintaining their house of worship.
Our role as Kingdom Hall maintenance trainers is to isolate individuals within an area and train them how to train the congregation. They're going to find locally tradesmen who have experience as electricians, as plumbers, with heat and air, and those brothers are going to come in and they're going to bring in the congregation, the friends from within the congregation, and they're going to train them how to be able to learn to service an electrical panel, how to change a filter on a heat and air unit.
Training done at the local congregation level includes such things as mechanical, electrical, plumbing systems. It can be some of the carpentry issues that may come up, the parking lot, the landscaping. It's really how does the building function and what is necessary to keep that building in good working order.
The maintenance program is not a team of brothers that come around to maintain the assembly hall. It's not a team of brothers that are coming to maintain the kingdom hall. They're coming to train the local congregation, to train those volunteers at the assembly hall how to maintain it themselves. So it is an entire training program. So you have qualified tradesmen that give hands-on training, one-on-one, on how to carry out all of the maintenance functions, for instance, in a kingdom hall. And we don't just do it once, it's now ongoing. We keep coming back and back and back, constantly training the brothers and sisters.
It's not just a select group, it's everybody that has a circumstance is able to come and learn and use that training to keep Jehovah's house looking good. And when it looks good, we know that we're happy, but it really brings praise and glory to Jehovah.
We're finding that this program is actually helping many of our young people because it is sort of trying to close the gap between many of our young people that, for whatever reasons, aren't interested in construction or maintenance of buildings. So this sort of opens their eyes to some of the many aspects that there are in maintenance.
With our older friends, we realize that they have the most experience of anyone when it comes to maintenance. Over their experience and their years in other projects, they've learned that if you ignore one thing, it just gets compounded and becomes worse.
While we saw sisters being trained, for example, on working doors. And before, it used to just be hardware that people would see, this little metal box on the top of a door, and now we know that's a door closure. That's hardware for that. And sisters know how to adjust it. And sisters know how it eases closure, why it's important. They will never look at a door the same way. And that's what we want to happen at Kingdom Halls. We want people to be trained to such a point that immediately if something is starting to break or something is starting to fall apart, anybody will notice it and say, hey, you know what, that needs to be fixed, and I know how to do that.
There are going to be tens of thousands of RBC volunteers that are going to wonder where do they fit into this new program. And there's a tremendous need for those brothers and sisters that are willing and able to care for existing Kingdom Halls, their own Kingdom Hall as an example.
Everybody gets to get involved. Whether you're small, whether you're young or older, there are tasks that are not physically demanding and not time intensive. So there's going to be a portion of the maintenance for everybody in the congregation.
We need to keep training people, and for those who may not be working on Kingdom Halls as directly, before they throw in the towel, think about your local Kingdom Hall.
I think this program, what I've seen from it is similar to when we learn a new biblical truth, and sometimes we're like, oh, well, I didn't see this coming, or I didn't expect this, and then we analyze the information and it clicks and you say, of course, it makes so much sense. And this program is similar because it may be a little foreign at first, but as soon as you're involved in it, that's your reaction, of course, it makes complete sense. And so the attitudes are going to change, of course. We're going to be more united because everyone's going to be taking care of their places of worship exactly the same way, and that's going to only bring about more blessings and more growth.
In actual fact, the greatest investment in this organization is caring for what we already have, not for what we need. We have more than 60,000 Kingdom Halls worldwide. If we can extend the maintenance cycle of our Kingdom Halls worldwide just by 1 year, we save the organization $80 million a year just by pushing on a renovation cycle by 1 year. So there, if our brothers and sisters can become involved in the maintenance of their Kingdom Hall and surrounding Kingdom Halls, that would be a phenomenal blessing to the organization and a huge economic saving.
When things are clean, you're drawn to it. If your car is clean, or if somebody else's car is clean, you're sort of drawn to it. And I think with the Kingdom Halls, it's the same way. If somebody drives by and the grass is mowed, it looks good, it's all trimmed up, it's all painted nice, you're just drawn to that. And people in the world just don't care sometimes, but we as Jehovah people, we care. So as we maintain our Kingdom Halls, all it takes is one person to drive by and say, I want to see what makes them different. And that cleanliness might be just the thing that draws them in.
The details of what you've just seen is being implemented progressively throughout the U.S. territory. Sometimes in the LDC department, we've jokingly said to the brothers in maintenance, hey, it's only maintenance. But consider this. You saw the animated graphic of the amount of work to build new Kingdom Halls and the number of renovations that are needed. But the work of maintaining our existing Kingdom Halls is larger than both of those two combined. So some of you may not work directly with building or renovating Kingdom Halls. Some of you may never be field representatives. Some of you may not serve on a construction group. But brothers, it's going to take the efforts of all of us to be able to live up to the words of Nehemiah chapter 10, verse 39, where it says, "We will not neglect the house of our God." So Jehovah's name is proudly displayed on our kingdom halls. When we invite others to attend our meetings, how gratifying to be able to do so with confidence that what they observe there properly represents Jehovah and his organization. The earth will last forever. Mankind was assigned to take care of it. Therefore, maintenance is an assignment that will be carried out forever by all true worshipers. So how delighted Jehovah must be when he sees us demonstrate that attitude now by maintaining his house with zeal.
you.